Yes, sir. What's up, y'all? Good? Good. I'm Trenton Kips. So always appreciate y'all for tuning in, tapping in with the kid, man. You know the vibes. We about to break down some R&B. Let's just get right into it, baby. Yes, sir. Vibes. Smooth. Still the intro, baby. Still building that. Let's go. Sheesh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Rise. Rise. See what we doing, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we're going to talk about the chord progression. We're going to talk about the chords. We're going to talk about the melody. And then we're going to break down the drums. So the first thing I started with was this chord progression. Yeah. Yes, sir. So the track is really built around this E minor to C major movement. With R&B, you gotta extend your chords. Made it an E minor 7. Made it a C major 7. But I wanted to add some more movement. I use this common move in gospel, R&B, jazz, and it's called a 2-5-1. Before I play the C major 7, I'm gonna play 2 chords. First chord would be the chord built off the second note in the scale. Then I'm gonna play the chord based off the 5th note in the scale. So in C major, the chord based off the 2nd degree is a D minor. Now how I know this is because I know how to harmonize my major scale. And I made a video about that, so y'all can check that out. Before I play that C, I'm playing this D minor. Then I'm playing a G dominant. You hear how that kind of resolves? That adds a little bit more movement. That D minor, it's not enough tension for me. I turn that D minor into D dominant. So now we got E minor 7 to D dominant to G7 sus2 sus4, which is also dominant but with spicier notes in the scale. And all that resolved to the C major 7. On the second half of that 8-bar loop, to get back to the E minor, I use the same technique, but instead of using a full 2-5-1, I just use the 5-1. An E minor, I know the 5 is a B. I'm using a B dominant. But I'm altering that dominant. I'm taking some of them notes and I'm adding more tension. So this is a B7 with a sharp 5. And you can hear how that resolves perfectly. So I laid that first chord progression with some more guitar fills. Just real simple, repeating textures. And that's based off this E minor triad. And then I'm adding a 4th. And then I'm going to the 5th. I feel like I needed to add just one more transition piece. Now that movement happens on a C major 7. So I'm really just finding notes in that C major chord / scale to layer on top of that, and then I harmonized it. I wanted to add one more kind of melodic element. Of course, it's going to be a piano. Yeah, you can see I'm way off the grid like I usually am. Velocities all over the place. Let's look at the drums. Five. It's a bounce already. Y'all know how to do my shit. I kicked the whole drum pattern off with these hats. boom, boom. Almost like a heartbeat. I mean, next thing was to add the snare on the 2 and the 4s. Open hats below that. See how this second hat here, kind of offbeat? Just adding to the bounce. Then I started to fill it in with some percussion. Yes, sir, just for more bounce. And you see how that second hit is kind of offbeat, more bounce. And I added the kick. Real simple. Pay attention to the velocities too. On the strong beats, super high velocities. And the last piece is the 808. And you can see I'm following the chord progression. We're going from an E to that D down to a C. And you see it's a walk down pretty much. When I want to add movement in my bass lines and I'm sitting on a chord for a long period of time, hit that octave up, hit the 5th up, or you can hit the octave below or hit the 5th below. When I'm on the C chord, the C major chord, I go to the octave. If I just kept it one note, it'd be a little boring. This is a way to add a little bit of movement. So you could do the octave, or if we wanted to, we could have made this the G, which is the 5th. Just a different flavor. See? Let's talk effects real quick, because I know y'all probably got some questions about that. On the main guitar, all I got is an EQ and a delay. On the other guitar, simple EQ. On the piano, crystallizer. Using this kind of preset right here. On that kind of transition guitar, I'm using a gate because the shit was mad noisy when I recorded it. EQ delay. I'm not over processing these sounds. I'm using the raw sound that came from the instrument. But yeah, I think we just gonna ride the beat out, right? Appreciate y'all. Y'all still been subbing, still been commenting, still been shooting me DMs about questions and all that. I'm gonna keep dropping these joints for y'all. Y'all be safe out there too, man. Shit looking real wild right now. Love. Want to talk about arrangement? We can talk about it. So yeah, right before we get to the hook, strip the instruments out, creating kind of this build up, right? This is the climax of the beat. Get all the instruments, pianos. You know, you get your bigger snaps, all the drums, and then we strip it away for the first verse. Start off smooth, smart off. You know, start off kind of calm. And then we bring the beat in. Yes, sir. Man, the guitar sounds so good. Yes, sir. Drum kind of bouncy too. Drums definitely got bounce. And then we start building up, right? Add that other guitar. See, we start adding the hi-hats in. The open hats, I mean. And this, you could think of this like the bridge, but we kind of breaking it down. I guess you could think of this like a bridge, right? About to get to the hook. First half of the hook. We building up, right? Once that 808 hit, you know it's showtime. Alright, that's all I got for y'all. I'm gonna see y'all soon.